Okay, we're here at the County Centre at the Highlands Hotel for the Glenties electoral area. I'm going to talk to one of the most experienced men in terms of these elections and politics in this county for a long, long time, Seamus Rogers. Seamus, we're getting down to the business end of it now. You're still in the shake-up there.
I'm still in the shake-up, Charlie, and I would hope maybe that I can clear the final fence at this stage, but we'd have to wait and see. It depends on the transfers now from Michael McLafferty, and hopefully I get a fair transfer and I'd be in the final shake-up.
Yeah. Seamus, I've often heard you say about how important politics, local politics is, how important that national politicians that we send from this county do the job for us, and that people in Dublin listen. And it would appear from what the people are saying in this election that they don't believe those things have been happening.
I think people in Donegal are disappointed. We hadn't the Celtic Tiger in the track of its course here before, and now again I take it other places maybe coming out of the recession, but in Donegal there's no evidence of that yet, with job losses and immigration, and this has to be tackled, and the sooner the better.
The government parties, Fine Gael and Labour, have been taught a real lesson here, haven't they, Seamus? Because they went in saying, they were going to sort the problems out. Nobody underestimates the problems they were given when they went in there. Fianna Fáil had left the country in a pretty poor state, but they did make a lot of promises, and a lot of people were sceptical about their ability to keep them. And it's proved that they haven't been, and as a result of that, they're really getting a hammer in these mid-term elections.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I think we were hit by some money here, and the Labour Party has, and I would be the first to confess that. I know that they had to salvage the wreckage left by Fianna Fáil. Nevertheless, I take it they could have handled it better, and I'm disappointed in that respect. Promises were made, and I don't believe in auction politics. And when I went to doorsteps in this election, people asked me what could I promise. I said I'll do my best. I don't believe in leading people up the garden path with false promises.
We've seen too often where the smaller party in government are dragged along with the bigger party in government, and when it comes to elections like these, and particularly general elections, that smaller party are the one that suffer most, Seamus, and that would appear to be the menu that's on the table for Labour now in the next 2 years.
It is, there's no doubt about that. Smaller parties, minority parties pay the price, maybe pay the price for the sins of others, and it does happen that way, but I think they'll have to get their act together and note that there are issues out there, poverty, unemployment, and all to that, and give Donegal its place in the sun as well.
Yeah. And one of the encouraging things about this, Seamus, whatever the results, and there'll be people who will be delighted and people who will be disappointed, the electorate have turned out here in Donegal on this occasion because obviously they feel that they have a voice that needs to be listened to.
Yeah, I know that, and the only thing maybe, that we need to ensure that that voice is used in the proper manner. I know you can be against everything and for nothing, but I believe you have to take a constructive view of that and act accordingly.
And Seamus, you'll stay active no matter what happens here today, I know. Have you become disillusioned at any stage with the way things have gone? We saw the council for the last 5 years really not do themselves a lot of credit on occasions. They're there to represent the people, but it appears as if someone were there to represent themselves, and that's not the type of politics someone like you who's given his life to that would want to see.
I believe, in idealism in politics, and as you stated there, the last 5 years wasn't a good example of how to conduct business at a county council level, and I would hope whoever's there next term that this will change and that they'll listen to the people's needs rather than scoring cheap political points.
Okay, Seamus, we wish you well. There's a bit of counting to be done here yet, so we wish you well with it.
Okay, we'll wait for the final hurdle.
Thanks so much, Seamus. Appreciate that, Seamus. Thank you very much. Thank you.